Welcome to the Leschwitz Recital Hall. At this time, we ask that you please silence your electronic devices and locate the nearest exit in the event of an emergency. Please note that food, drink, and flash photography are not permitted in the hall. Thank you and enjoy the performance.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jed Leschwitz Recital Hall, Cali School of Music, and this is the kickoff of our 23-24 academic year and our 23-24 edition of our Cali Immersive Residency program, something we're very proud of here. I'm Tony Mazzocchi, I'm the director of the Cali School of Music. It's nice to see everybody here. It feels like school because everybody's kind of in the back, so if you want to, at some point, scooch up, you're not going to get this close to such a star often. Although at our Immersive Residency program, you get to do that far more than anywhere else. For more information about the residency program, please do visit. I'm sorry we don't have more programs than this that have the website, but please visit the Cali School website. And we're off to the races now. We have somebody here almost every single week. This is the third year of the program. We still have our partnership with Merkin Concert Hall in New York City. Something new this year with National Sawdust in Brooklyn. We're going to have some performances there as well. And anyway, it's very exciting. So thank you all for being here. This audience starts to thicken up every single year. We've got some good momentum from all of our neighbors in Montclair and beyond. Really welcome. We really want to be the cultural hub of this community, and I really feel like we have a lot to offer as well as an educational institution. So we are so happy to have tenor Michael Fabiano here. And as is the case with all of our immersive residency artists, they spend a lot of time in different areas of the school, spending some real quality time with the students and, of course, the greater community in talks, in master classes, which I'm really happy you're here, as this is really one of the more traditional master classes you're going to get to watch this evening. And obviously, all of our artists engage in some multidisciplinary work with other colleges here at the university as well. These don't happen on their own. There's some people I really want to thank. First of all, our coordinators of our voice division. We have Beth Roberts. Thank you, Beth, for organizing it. Dr. Laurie McCann. Laurie, thank you for everything. And obviously, Catherine Lockwood, I don't think she's here this evening. She's our curator of the Immersive Residency program who spends a lot of time on this. Stephanie Hagerstone takes care of all the nuts and bolts, all of our faculty and staff. I want to thank our Board of Advisors for being here this evening. There's some of our Board of Advisors here as well. Our own Rose Cali is here this evening again. Welcome back, Rose. And just before we get to what you actually came here to listen to, which is not me, I want to tell you that, Michael and I were talking about our mutual passion, and I want to thank our partnership with ArtSmart to bring Michael here as well. But ArtSmart and the Cali School have something very much in common that Michael and I were talking about, and perhaps we'll talk later when we see a lot of you, is what not enough arts organizations and not enough schools of music at the university level, in our opinion, meaning Michael and my opinion, are doing, and that is deeply affecting the ecosystem in the way that we are. Without this real dedication, passionate dedication with resources put behind it to affect all of these young students who are now, K through 12, who perhaps have the ability to do this but have so many barriers in their way to doing it. Without us going into that ecosystem and on a real student-by-student basis, breaking down these barriers so that they can realize their passion, we are not going to, get back to a really robust arts ecosystem that we have now. Michael knows that, ArtSmart knows that, and we know that, especially here at the university, here at the School of Music, especially with the Cali Pathways project. We're really happy to be talking about partnering with Pathways and ArtSmart to identify these students, hopefully bring them here and break down these barriers. But when I talk about that, the resources that are needed for a young student to just get to the point of being able to audition for a School of Music so they can stand on this stage is anywhere between $15,000, $25,000, $30,000 from birth till 12th grade. In order to just realize that passion, we both understand that there's so much work for us to do as organizations in finding these students, helping nurture them, and then show the world that there are millions more that actually just don't have that chance to even explore that. So anyway, I want to thank Michael for his work with ArtSmart. I want to thank, do we have any members of ArtSmart here this evening as well? Thank you for all the work that you do at ArtSmart. And please consider the Cali School of Music partner in this very... All right, oh, well, I get to say it too now. Anyway, nope, you get to come up front, everybody. Come on now, here we go. Last one's here, you get to sit up front. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you at all of the amazing events we have for the rest. And without further ado, we'll welcome Michael Fabiano and our students to the stage.
Thank you so much for that intro. It's a real privilege for me to be here. I don't know a little bit of history. My grandmother got her master's at this university, and I was born in this town, and most of my family for almost a century lived between Verona and Cedar Grove. So I'm from an area nearby. So let's get underway right away. For me, a masterclass is a time for everybody to show their individual soul to the audience, and that's what I expect today, soul, and nothing more. So let's go for it, come on. Beth, I have to move this. Could you introduce yourself and say what you're doing?
Yes, I can. I'm Jacklynn Wick, and I will be singing Ebben, andrò, lontana from Wally by Catalani. Come
1 second. Let's let the latecomers sit down. Come on in. Got a nice little crowd popping in. So, brava. That was very good. It's impressive to start a masterclass with La Vallée. Excellent. I have 2 observations that I want to start with. First of all, when I watch you sing this, I have a disconnect between when I close my eyes and I listen to something that sounds great and what I see. I see dead eyes when you're singing. I want these to be on the whole time. This aria is incredibly deep. What are you singing about here?
So, right before this, she's in love with someone named Kallenbach.
Right?
And her father wants her to marry someone named Gellner because her father and Kallenbach, they're not mortal enemies. But
They're enemies.
Yeah,
Yes.
they dislike each other.
Yeah.
So when she expressed that she didn't want to marry Gellner, he gave her an ultimatum. He said, you can either marry Gellner or you can be banished from the village.
Right.
And so this is her painting this decision to leave.
You're very crossed. You're not sure what to do, right? It's an aria of indecision,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I see just kind of neutral. So when you start, I need to see, you're singing verismo. Verismo is real life. Something obviously that is in real time and really going to happen. If you're going to sing verismo, you've got to show that from your toes to your hair. Everything's got to be on fire from the beginning. Otherwise, you're just kind of singing notes. And it can sound nice, and we can sound nice, but it'll end up becoming just a song. So start from the beginning. We'll get into the voice in a minute, but I want you to set the scene better for me and not just stand still. Enjoy being an opera singer and not singing, not doing a song concert. Go for it. Be an opera singer now. It's nice, and I appreciate your trying. Let's start from the beginning musically now. Ebben, andrò, lontana. I like your sound. You have a old school sound of a soprano, which I really appreciate. Sometimes I feel that you need a little more space around your sound. And I think that comes from 2 things: breath and having this sense of a column that's both up and down the entire time. What I hear is just zzz in your sound, which I like. But I want to invest a little more space around the sound. Can you think about that for me right now? Okay, let's try it again, and just think that there's a little more tilt upwards and a little more space around the sound. Try again, and I'll tell you if it works, and if it doesn't work, I'll say it was a complete failure. It's okay. When you go down the register, I notice that you tend to back off. Why are you doing that? What's the reason?
I don't know.
You're just doing it?
I think I'm just doing it.
Don't.
Okay.
I think if you're going to sing this repertory, you need to own your chest register, and you need to own the mix they use from round G down to C. So as you tilt downwards, keep your mix and chest in place, but stay focused. Don't lose your sound. Ebben andrò lontana come fa l'eco della mia campana, not della mia compagna. Make it nastier sounding. I said earlier to some colleagues in an earlier lesson, something for you to hear, but I like already what you do in your instrument. When I heard Renee Fleming for the first time sing, I was standing right next to her. She was singing Desdemona, I was singing Cassio in Paris. And I'll never forget how crude her voice was up close. But what was important to hear in that is her voice was crude from top to bottom. She didn't lose that edge ever. And you'd think like, Renee Fleming's voice is velvet, it's silk, it's gorgeous, it's wonderful. When you went out into the hall and you listened, that's what her voice was. So the key to the instrument was keeping an equidistant amount of squillo from top to bottom and never re-registering as you moved through your passages. Keep the sound and the stream of silver from top to bottom. Don't lose it. Don't back off. Try again. Better. Keep going. Good. Next comment. Why do you slide? Because the marking is there for you to slide? You just do it because it's written. You have to have a reason why you're sliding, otherwise don't do it in Verismo. And that's my opinion. Don't do it just because it's there. If you take a decision to slide, you're doing it because, if I'm you, La fra le neve bianca, la. It's got to be something internal, rather than I'm sliding because the music told me. So give yourself a reason to use portati. Okay? Try it now. Just from La fra le neve bianca. La. Good. Keep going. Okay, before I correct you on anything, let's fix those T's.
Okay, yeah.
No aspirate T's, to, rimpianto, okay? Yeah, closer to a D, but not. Watch that. Very good. Nice. Every marking that you do is not a marking just because the composer told you. First lesson of the day is if you have a marking, you do it because it's connected deeply to a key emotion in that moment. Otherwise, don't do the marking. Stay dry. I would recommend making the music as dry as possible if you cannot find a clear emotional decision point. Okay? Go to the next part of the aria. O della madre mia casa gioconda. And can you move a little bit more for me? Would you mind? Keep her going. Come on. Lava. Sing for me. Good, better. Now change. Not bad. Good. very good. You're trying. Brava. Very good. Very good. You're trying. Listen, you have to get to that emotional point where you're about to break every time. In this kind of music, you have to break. You have to allow yourself to get to the breaking point, right? You're getting there. It's very good. My più, again, no. Don't do a slide just because you want to do one. Do it because it's something that is leading you to another emotion. My più, and I would, so you don't sound sloppy, I would linger longer and then come down faster. My più, or whatever it is. Can you try that for me? Good. What I notice is when you sing, try to sing quiet, you hold. Don't hold. When we sing quiet, we need more intensity, more breath support, and more release, not less, right? The quiet singing that we do always has to feel like it's, in my view, I know this might not be the view of your teachers or your coaches. In my position, sound has to constantly be moving. And if you're holding, sound is not moving. You're just singing quiet, held sounds. Let it out. Renee Fleming. I'll give you another Renee Flemingism. I remember when I sang Lucrezia Borgia with her. I said, how do you get the most incredible piano out of your sound? And she said, the most strange thing I've ever heard. She says, I think that I have a toboggan rolling down the front of my nose. Now, what does that even mean, right? I don't even know what that means. But what I translated that as is it's a constant sense that you're moving forward, not holding back and restraining. So even though you're getting quieter, you're going even more out of yourself, which is like skating on ice. It's scary. You feel like you might crack. Don't worry about it. If you crack, that's fine. Who cares? Do it again. We'll figure it out. Go for it. Spin, spin, spin. Better. No. Can you just make it, don't slide just because. I really, take that lesson when a conductor hears you in the future, and you're going to work with conductors that are going to be very picky. Trust me, if you go in and you have a reason for every marking that you make, you'll be deeply respected from the beginning. But if you just do music because the music tells you to do music, that's a no-go. So figure out why, and once you figured out the why, don't make it sloppy. Make it, shape it for me. And find the shape that you like, not my shape. You do your shape, okay? Same thing. Same spot, yeah. Okay? First of all, before you set up for high notes like that, you need to cut away as much body and physical tension as you can. And the first trick one, is don't suspend and sustain low, unimportant notes, which is what you did right leading up to it. It's a trick, but trust me, every half second gives you a little more bonus energy. So from here, no, before that. Campana, la fra le neve bianca, off. Get off the note, reset. I'm going to really reset and take my time and make sure my jaw is unlocked and all those things and all that extra time. So you need to, if I'm being really strategic about a hard aria like this, you're backing in and looking really carefully where all your rests are, where you can add an extra half second, an extra half second, 15th of a second, whatever it is, you take it all. Take every chance you can. Go from the same spot. Stop. I'm sorry. I have another thing to say. You sound great, Bob. You sound wonderful. But it's for an aria that's big and dramatic like this, you need to find moments of release and relax. And second, when you are sustaining a high note, I like to do something that Luciano Pavarotti did all the time. Do a very soft as you're sustaining the note, and if you watch me in videos or anything, you'll see me do it a lot. A very ever so slight jaw east-west, not up and down, just to make sure that this is not grabbing, which is what I saw. It's a good note, it's good, it's really good, but it can even be freer, and the slightest, faintest, when Luciano goes vince, oh, vince, he's there, because he wants to make sure this is not held. Okay? Try it for me. La. Yeah, the same spot. I'm sorry. Yeah, come l'eco. Very good. Very good. Bravo. Great job. How old are you? Perfect. Great time. Are you doing your auditions this year? Good. So you're starting your auditions for young artists and all that stuff this year? Fabulous. This is a good aria for that. Is this your first aria in the audition cycle? What do you start with normally?
So I'm just starting to put together a package right now. So this is like an aria that I started last year.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking of adding for my English, a Jake Heggie piece.
Okay.
Transferred from Holland.
Whatever. Okay.
And then, for my German, I'm starting Arabella.
Is this the rule, everybody, that we have to have an English piece and a German and all this stuff for auditions? Is it? I don't remember this at all. I must be so old already. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay, German, English.
German, English, that'll be my Italian. And then for French, I've started working on a Meyerbeer piece.
Which one?
It's Libero.
Yeah, it's a great aria. Hard, but great.
It is hard.
Do you sing Pleurer mes yeux?
No, I haven't.
You should look at that aria, and you should look at the aria from Thais. Those would be good pieces for you. But always, in my view, for anyone starting auditions, and this is great advice that I learned early and a good piece of advice, always pick something that's short and sweet at the beginning. It takes the pressure off your head to deliver optimally right away. So you walk out and you might be a little nervous and whatever it is. If you do something that is relatively easy but shows off the best part of your instrument, then they can choose whatever is smart that you know is well planned in your book later. So find something. I don't know which one it is in your rep yet. I haven't listened to all of it. But find something that's a little, this is actually a good idea. It's not too long. It's 3.5 minutes. It's a good idea. Okay, cool. Good job. Bravo. All righty, who's next? Come on. Aha, a tenor. I don't need the music. No.
Hello. First of all, it's a great honor and privilege to be able to do this. I'm Doohyun Yoon. This is La Paterna, Mano from Macbeth by Verdi. Do I have to explain about my future?
No.
Okay.
I expect to see it on your face.
Oh figli miei, a quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste, e insiem con voi la madre sventurata.
Very good. So, this guy has a lot of emotion and a lot of heart, and I love that. No, you're deeply connected to the music, and I appreciate that. So, lots of things. We're tenors. We're going to talk tenor now, okay? Good. First of all, the most important words in the Italian language for opera are o, a, and de, okay? When you start an aria with the word o, it needs to mean something. It just can't be a random word that you throw away. O figli, not o figli. The first note that I hear out of you has to be amazing. I have to remember that first O, okay? The first few words I lost right away because you were worried about your sound. I know, we're tenors. Tenors are obsessed with sound and nothing else. Start from the beginning. Not bad. Oh, figli, oh, or you can do, oh, figli. You could take choices, but decide something more than just a sound. Decide, why are you saying, oh, figli, right now? And then you say, oh, figli miei, Da quel tiranno. Okay? Find a reason behind why you're saying oh. It sounds so pedantic, but it's not. Trust me, everyone will remember.
Oh figli miei, a quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste.
Okay, I notice you do that a lot. What I hear you do is as you descend in your scale, you lose connection to your body and your support. Every sound has to have a stream of silver in it all the time, which is spin. Da. It's funny, I never sang this roll or this aria. It's odd. No, I should have, but it went over my head in all my studies. I don't know why. Da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste. Stay in the sound. Stay in your sound. Stay in your sound. Don't lose your connection to your sound ever. Yes, it's a lot of work. No, straight on. Da, now da. Why? Da. Da. Okay. Now don't smack the baby. Now just do it direct. Da.
Da.
Go ahead. Now do it.
Da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste.
Better. Good. E insieme
con voi la madre sventurata.
Yeah. Again, I thank you for acknowledging the music, but if there's a rest, just don't take a rest because the music says it. Give me a reason. Right? There's got to be some sort of connection or disconnection between words. Don't lose connection.
E insieme con voi la madre sventurata.
Next. E insieme con voi. What's written on the word con?
Con is together.
No. What marking is written on the word con?
Like
It's a caret, right?
Yeah.
So Verdi, there are very big differences. In Verdi, if you have the caret, it's a staccato note for him.
Oh.
When you have a dot, all he wants is an articulation of the word. He doesn't want but on this he does. In the caret, he wants a clear staccato. E insieme con voi. He wrote it. Do it.
E insieme con voi la madre sventurata.
Next. Rhythm. E insieme con voi la madre sventurata. Verdi, be exact. Don't be close.
Okay.
Conductors, again, I said to your colleague earlier, conductors will have immense respect if you come in and you know the music precisely, and then the conductor will say, thank you so much for knowing your music precisely. Now let's make music, and let's be creative and phrase and do whatever you need. But if you just do general music making, it's not acceptable. And you're tenor with a great instrument, so you need to do better.
E insieme con voi la
La madre.
la madre sventurata.
Better. Good.
Avrà gli artigli di quel tigre.
So why do you say ah?
I let
No, really. Why do you say ah?
I let them to like a tiger crow.
Okay.
So it's really sad and like
Afra, not Afra. Afra, Afra. Better. Very good. Keep going. Still, I think this is a lesson for you to learn, and you'll get it because you have access up there, but we don't sing high notes just because. They've got to mean something. They've got to mean something in here. You have a deep emotional connection to this piece, but when you approximate your passaggio and your upper register, then we just sing high notes. Okay? Find phrasing that works for you. Keep going. I need more sound now. Bum, bum, bum.
Alla paterna mano, non mi busco Cali, ai perfidi cari, e amor.
Pretty good. Not bad. But now I need colors. Good sound. Now, I heard alla paterna mano. It's nice. It's good. It's efficient. You did nice. Now make colors with it. Swell the sound. Let me do it 1 second. I have to read. I'm sorry. I apologize. Always have the snarl of a lion in your sound, but keep the phrasing going. Try again. Did you hear anything that you appreciated?
Yeah.
Good. Do it again. Come on. No, you have a great instrument, but you need to maximize the potential of your instrument. And I think what happens when you sing phrases of music is you obsess with your sound, you don't connect, and we have to remember, as I said earlier to your colleagues, there's a triumvirate. There's the brain, there's the throat, and there's the heart. All three have to be engaged at all times. And if one is not engaged, you're not singing well, right? Better. Good. May I? Rather than going, nay, 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 it's back. Nay, 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 nay. Straight, like little nuclear bomb that you're throwing out, okay? Throwing nuclear missiles all the time. No, you're a tenor, you have to throw nukes. Okay. Que amor, te amor. So you're saying, you're thinking, no, think ne. I want that ne tenor vowel, ne or ni, but singing morte. Que amor, te amor. It's better. Let's keep going, keep going. It's pretty good. Straight, no. Straight sound right away. And this is what I heard. Straight sound. Verdi. Think like you're singing Mozart all the time. It'll come out as Verdi, I promise. Yeah, nay, nay, nay is a trick for you now. Oh, we're popping the nose. Okay. Okay. No, I won't allow that. No. Straight, straight, straight. Okay. I appreciate it. Now make it legato and beautiful. I know, I'm being purposely tough on you because you have a great talent, but you really need to hone in on specifics or the talent will just become unwieldy. Okay? Okay, good. Very good. Keep going. Not bad. Very good. He sounds great. No, he sounds really great. Very good. When you set up for a passaggio note, the note already has to be in the in the lower note. Ah, I heard ah, ah. And if you start from a ah, fish hooks in the side of your mouth, no. Ah, I'm not asking for back. I'm not asking, oh, that's not what I'm asking for. I'm just asking for up, down, column. No, why do we do this all the time? Ah, why do you need that? You don't need that. It's only support. You're exactly right. Support and go. Try again. Try again. Yeah, as you go down, I want you to keep the ah vowel bright, but in your column, not wide. Let me sing it for you again. I can't see because I don't have my glasses. Column. Don't go here. Stay like a missile silo, top to ceiling to ground. Never leave the silo. Tenors have to do this. Sopranos do this more. Tenors have to do just up and down. Up and down, not wide. No. That's backspace. You hear the difference?
Yes.
Okay. That's dark. That's purposeful to Yes, that's it. That's the sound. It's a simple sound, but it's an efficient sound. I understand. It's an F to A flat. To trick it, when I'm working, I put a consonant on the beginning of each passage. So as I'm working in the studio, I would go instead of until I feel it right in my body, because I want the articulation of the sound. Try that for me right now. Just na 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 na. Just do this. No, 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 no. I don't want you to sing like that. No, 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 no. Copy me. No, 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 no. Yes, that's right. That's correct. Because that's efficient. That's efficient sound, and Verdi needs efficiency all the time. If you're trying to create all this extra something to get to notes, you'll be dead by the end of the aria. Efficiency, 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 efficiency. No extra music. Do what's on the page. Yeah. Fabulous. That's what you need. That's a really good sound. Now put it in the music. I understand. Yeah. No, 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 braccia. And I hear, why? Opening your back way too much. No, 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 braccia. My ah is an Italian ah. It's not a bright ah. I don't want that here. I want in your column. And can I have a time check? Because I have a feeling I'm going really long.
It's 7:30.
I don't know what that means.
25, so we should move on.
We should move on. Thank you very much. I have to stop. Sorry. Sorry, very good job. Very good. I figured. I was like, oh God. Aha.
Hello, my name is Sonia Fortezza, and this is Prendi per me, sei libero from Donizetti's L'Elisir d'Amore.
What I like about you is you have a lot of message, and I appreciate that. And this aria can be very boring. So if you have message, it's not boring. It's a wonderful aria. So thank you for that. But first note, Prendi. Why are you saying it? What is he taking?
Taking back the army paperwork.
Oh, he's taking paperwork. So what I heard you do is you established a note. Prendi. Can you do something more with it? Can you make music on that note?
Sure.
What are you really saying? What's your context there to Nemorino?
Well, I'm realizing that I actually do really love him and I want him to stay.
So you screwed up, right?
I screwed up.
You really screwed up bad.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
Nasty woman. Yeah. Yeah. Well, in this case, yes. I'm sorry. And he's an idiot, too. He's a dumb bumpkin. So it's really like a comedy of errors. So, okay.
Okay.
Do something with that first note.
Okay.
Yes. Very good. Let's start again. Prendi per me sei libero. Like I said to your female colleague earlier, can I ask you to find a little more warm air around your sound once you get to the F?
Okay.
I don't know how that translates to you, but what I hear is a directness of sound that I like, but not enough warmth that I need.
Okay.
Can you try something that gives me a little more warmth but still keeps the spin?
Sure.
Whatever that is, I'm not going to tell you technically what to do.
Okay.
You choose. Oh yeah, better. Okay, good. Non va destin. What's your favorite vowel up top? Like when you go G, A, B flat, C, what do you love to sing?
I mean E.
You like E? That's your
Yeah,
favorite
I do,
vowel?
And yet it's tricky for me, that word.
Can you sing, for now, I'm not telling you to do this when you do it, but for just the sake of today, can you do destan? Just say the word destan. It's not a real word, but just do it. So for me, all you need to do is you need to keep thinking in E, but sing the vowel that works the best in that time, and we'll still know what you're singing.
Okay.
If you try to approximate, when I get into trouble, sometimes when I try to sing E vowel on a B flat or B, they get a little tight on me. I grab them hard.
Yeah.
So what I do is I always try to sing a loose closed A. And if I have a closed A that I have to sing really up high and it's really tight on me, I think a loose E. So I trick my brain. My brain says I'm doing something else, but I'm still close enough that it still sounds right.
Okay.
So trick your brain, and you won't have that slight glitch and discomfort.
Okay.
Play the trick. It's okay. Non va destin, whatever it is. Yeah, great. Fabulous. Yeah, do that every time.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, it's a little, but they're little tiny fixes, like just tinkering. It's not even rocket science on this stuff. It's not even technical so much as it's just gaming your music a little bit. Because sometimes when we try to be officious about singing music as it's prescribed, we get into a tight corner. So break the officiousness, do something that's a little outside of it, and it'll still be right. Okay, keep going from qui dove tutta ta mano. Yeah, that was beautiful. Bum, bum, bum. I hear sometimes, like the gentleman before you, too spread and too open of an ah. Ah, can you give me ah, and not oh, darken back, but ah, present, but not spread.
Okay.
Because as you go up to that F, it needs to be the same spot.
Yes.
Ah, ah, not ah, and back is closed. Try again. No, set it up better. Stop. Not bad, but saggio, now I know. G is your magic note, isn't it? Okay. I just wonder, I'm just learning your instrument. Saggio, throw a little dart when you do that. Instead of trying to hold the note, saggio. Put a little dot on the top of it for me this time. Yes. Okay. No, the G was right. That was good. But sa, the A flat has to be in the same spot as the F.
Okay.
Can you give me the right spot on the F? Until you, and sing the F until you have your A flat. Yes, stop, way better. Yeah, do that. That's amazing. Yeah. Why would you do that? It's just like, it's obvious, like just do that every time. Okay. Okay. No, it could be better. You know it can be better. And also you have a fermata. So establish your sound. Don't rush. There's no one's going anywhere. You have nothing under you. You know that.
Yes.
Take as much time as you need. Once you know, I'm ready, then you do the coloratura. Until you're ready, don't do anything. No, you didn't breathe. Excuse me, can someone turn off the telephone, please? Thank you. Let's just wait until the phone is off. Is the phone off? Good. Try again. Phrase it differently?
No breath.
I would want to do it. Can I have the C? No, I need the A, C, do. No. Thank you. Sempre scontento e mesto. Phrase it. Pull their heartstrings. They're not expecting you to do that, so do it.
Okay.
I would go, no, non sarai co. Don't breath, don't breathe. Da, 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 da. No.
Non sarai co.
Stop. You do this pattern multiple times. Ah, sarai, right?
Yes.
The first time, do it as written, more or less.
Okay.
The second time, stretch the hell out of it.
Okay.
Okay? Get my attention. Get my attention. Come on. Ba-bam, 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 ba-bam. Hold on. Don't do this cadenza. If you're going to do the cabaletta, don't do that.
Okay.
Do Renato Scolto there. No, non sarai così. If you do the cabaletta,
Okay.
you have a high C coming. Save it.
Okay.
Give them one. Don't give them two.
Okay.
No, really. No, serious. Give them something to wait for. Don't give them it once and then run the risk that the second one won't be as good as the first.
Okay.
Strategize. Be strategic. But if you stop here and you decide that the aria is over here, which I think is better, frankly, then do it. So you need to decide that in advance. But I think a double kind of cadenza like you're doing is not worth it. It's kind of not strategic and not that impressive, frankly. Not that it's not good, but it's not impressive. Okay, go to the cabaletta though. I want to work on that. How much time do we have? Okay, for her? What time do we end? Oh, okay, we're fine. 5 more minutes. Il mio pam pa. Good luck. Oh, I wrote down. I feel that you're going too fast for what your voice needs.
Okay.
Don't. You don't need it.
Okay.
Be more precise about the notes because you're trying to convince everybody that you're a good person. If you're kind of restless and going crazy, people won't feel that you're not good. Remember, connect this with this. Heart has to be connected to voice. Heart, voice. If the voice is not matching the heart, people won't understand what you're doing. Good. Stop. Why wouldn't you do the rallentando in there? There's nothing under you. Take your time. Better. Phrase it better. Better. That's so much better than when you sang it the first time through. And you don't need to be rushed in here. People know that this is coloratura.
Yeah.
It's beautiful as it is. And now you have more precise tonal accuracy, I hear. You're actually a little more calm. Your voice sounds a little more even as a result. That's okay. The second thing is you can take breaths. Don't be scared to take breaths when you need them. I don't believe that you have to hold your breath and sing everything on one page in one breath. I think that's ridiculous. Eterno amor. Ah. Do whatever you need. But don't go eterno. No. Eterno amor. That's out. Okay? Eterno amor. Go from there. I would go, il eterno amor. Take the breath, make an ah on your G flat. Ti giuro eterno amor. Keep going, pianist. Keep playing. Tacit. I'm being quiet, I'm resting. I'm resting. It's okay to tacit. Do the tacit. Who cares? Take the time. I don't like the end how you do it. I'm sorry I'm being really picky because it's very good. I want to clean it up a little coaching bit. Eterno. Can you give me an ah up there? Eterno amor. Can you do the passage again one more time? I want the sound to be harmonious top to bottom, and sometimes it's not. Keep playing, please. It's okay. Very good. You're welcome. Oh, another tenor. Okay.
Hello, my name is Jung Choi, and I sing La mia letizia, infondere from the opera I Lombardi by Verdi.
Hold on 1 second. Let's have some quiet in here, please. Let's give the gentleman his due. Thank you. No. Can we shut the door? Would you mind? Thank you. It's too much noise. Thank you very much.
La mia letizia infondere, vorrei nel suo cuore, vorrei restar tuo palpiti,
Bravo. Beautiful sound. This is a very hard aria to sing. It's deceptive. It sounds so happy, ha, 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 except it's really not an easy aria, right? First of all, you're going to save yourself a lot of grief in this aria if you sing what the first marking is, which is con gioia, which I see none of. I see just, I'm singing an aria. Please sing with gioia and start over from the beginning, and let's go from there. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Better. Already, stop. Already better. It needs that. It needs energy. La mia letizia infondere vorrei. Right? Ha, 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 ha. Up. Yes. La mia letizia infondere vorrei nel suo bel cuore vorrei. Okay, very good. Thank you for that. You listened to me, and I appreciate that. Now I want to get your sound a little more out. I hear it here. I hear you holding. I don't know what I don't know you well enough yet, but I hear the problem is that I hear a little bit of depressed tongue, holding of your tongue back, and not enough support. La mia letizia infondere. This is what I hear you doing. La mia letizia infondere. It's like you're smoking dope a little bit. Okay? No smoking dope. Let's sing out. No, I do dope smoking too. Don't worry about it. I'm a dope smoker too. No, I get it. I totally know. So, no dope. Now we're just going to sing straight out. Okay. Shoot a nuclear missile down at that wall. Okay? Go for it. Okay. I realize you don't like the E vowel. Oh, right. Yeah, I see. You don't like it. All right. What's your favorite vowel? Can we just go? Na, 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 na. Just make it a vocalise for now. Yeah, it's better. That's fine. That's fine. Great. Already better. Can you think and sing the words? Okay. It sounds so dumb. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, duh. But just do it. Try it. It was good until leti. I feel like you need to move your jaw a little bit. I feel like you're locking. Leti, depressing your tongue. Leti, ti, 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 ti. Articulate the vowel for me. Yeah, can we do this? Me, 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 me. That's better. I want that in letizia infondere. Do you understand the difference? Good. Now do it. Yeah. La mia letizia infondere. No, you put an umlaut over the top of it. Letizia, depressing the tongue. E. Yes, do that. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, better. Yeah, keep doing it. What's your favorite vowel when you go in your passaggio? Can I have an O? Yeah. I hear this. Nebulous. Like we're in the demilitarized zone. No. Straight up. Okay. Yes. That's better already. Maximize your efficiencies. Cut out all the fat from the sound and just sing clear vowels. For you, the trap is clear vowels. What's your native language? What's your first language?
Korean.
Korean. Oh no, but see, I find Korean speakers have clear vowels than other Asian speakers that I know in Italian repertory, except the E vowel. When I listen very no, seriously, I like to I really listen carefully to my colleagues, and it's always the E that is the trickiest. But su-o, you have a clear O, so go for it.
Okay.
The su-o, su-o, su-o. Try again. Don't worry about it. Try again. Not bad. It's better than when I heard it in the aria. See what I'm doing? Even me, I do it by habit because I want to make sure that I don't have held jaw, which everyone does, young singers in particular. We all think we want to hold in order to make sure we feel our sound. But once you sing a sound, it's gone. It's not yours anymore. They own the sound once it's out of you. So you can't hold it for you, right? That's right, I don't know. It's better. Listen, you're doing better. You're fixing that. It's work for you. I understand. It's a hard vowel. But if you find another vowel that has ring, more natural ring, and you pour it on top of it, this E, you'll find the spot. You'll have the winning jewel in the sound. And then the harmonics of the sound will come in closer. Keep going, keep going. Very good. Tanto armonie nell'etere. Tante armonie nell'etere. Can be better. I hear, no dope. We're not smoking dope. Tanto armonie nell'etere. And I hear, tanto armonie. Don't hold.
Okay.
You don't need to hold. Okay. Much better until the portamento.
Okay.
When you do the portamento, it has to have ring the whole way through, or it's going to do exactly what it did. It had no ring on the F sharp.
Okay.
Tante armonie nell'etere, quanti pianeti il secco. I forgot all the words, sorry. But you understand. Try again. Tante armonie Until then, it was great. It's hard aria. I know it's a fucking bear of an aria. It is hard. It's a challenge to sing this because it's beep, 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 except it's a disastrously difficult aria to sing because it's filled in the passaggio. Where were we? Where we did it? Il secco cielo reggermi. Don't move. I see body tension. Il secco reggermi. Don't move.
Okay.
Stay in one spot. Do nene.
Okay.
Yeah. That's better. Still. Throat to get to these notes. So, down, like I'm in an elevator and someone clips the cord and the elevator is falling down, but your arms go up, and so the sound goes up, but your body's going down.
No.
It's this.
Dove?
Yep. So, the thing that gets tenors the most is backing off and going on the throat when you think you're coasting. No.
Okay.
Anyone that told you to back off or be quiet, no, it doesn't work. It might be okay for a small room, but trust me when I tell you, you always have to stay in your sound. You could never lose your track of sound.
Okay.
You can always play with dynamics. But I didn't change my track. I did piano, I did forte. I did piano, I did forte. Right? But you stay on the track. Don't leave your track. No, I hear it. Oh, do. Can you sing ooh? Oh, dove mortal. Oh, do. Try. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now sing an O. You're an av. You're an O-A. Okay, that's fine. Very good. Now go back. I know I'm being hectored because I'm a little light on time. I know, I can tell, but I want to work with you because I want to get your voice out. You have a very beautiful tone, and I think you're listening. I feel you're listening to yourself too much because you're trying to adjust and adjust and adjust. Trust. It's fine. You're in a safe zone. You're safe. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that my burden is not to impress anyone else. My burden is just to deliver beautiful music. If you take that burden off your shoulders, I have to make everybody happy with my voice. It's so much easier. Take that away from yourself. You don't need to make a maestro feel better about themselves. You don't need to make a teacher feel better. It's only about serving the music at the end of the day. Serve the music. So go beyond yourself. Okay? 2 more minutes and then I have to stop. Saying in your face, but tenors need to hear it. Okay. Trust me. I only learned from really great tenors singing in my face because I needed to understand the squillo and the ring. Okay. Until I was able to get that from another male tenor, I was never able to master squillo. I know it's an indictment against any other tenor, any other singer that teaches people that is not a tenor, but our voice, no, I swear, the tenor voice is the most unnatural instrument of them all because it is called above the spoken register, whereas the mezzo, most sopranos sing in a mixed register, baritones speak in their spoken register, but the tenor doesn't. The tenor sings above it. And so in order to really understand how to get the voice unburdened, you need to hear it. So I'm sorry that I just did that. But you need to hear it because then you can imitate it and figure it out. Go for it. Don't risk it. Take a big risk. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's what I already like that better because you tried and you went for it and it was ringing. It's not the harmonics that I want, but it wasn't here. It was out. All right, great. Bravo. Good job. What is this?
Hello, everyone. My name is Clara Luz
and I will be singing Tu che di gel sei cinta from Turandot by Puccini.
Very good. I love that you're deeply committed from the beginning. Wonderful. Right away, tu che di gel sei cinta. Can you sing from the beginning? I need to hear it again. What I noticed is you set the scene amazingly. I liked it. Your energy was good. And then you went into I'm a singer right away. Why did you do that? Stay Liu, this woman that's confronting this horrendous person. Can you imagine a ruler killing every person that comes to their town that gets a riddle wrong? It sounds horrible. What is that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the guy, I like to sing Kalaf a lot, and I'm the crazy guy that goes, and I'm like, yes, I'd like to guess 3 riddles, even though I'm probably going to die, you know? So get there, and you're like, how could you do this, you terrible human being? Okay. That's what this is, right? I see, oh my God, a Liu, and then I'm a singer, and I'm singing to you. No, 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 not good enough. No, no, I need the whole, can you go from the beginning, please?
Yes.
Very good. Do more. Very good up until there. I'm going to be really coachy and not teachy right now, okay? Let's do coachy on this. La meraea che tu. Like subito piano by the time you get down to it. What I notice is you're trying, I appreciate it. When you go for a diminuendo, I hear, I could be wrong, but I hear a little bit of the palate dropping. A little bit of a dull sound. Think inner smile as you're going quieter. I don't like smiling the whole time, but as you're going bright, as you have to go quieter and quieter, stay in your sound and think a little brighter and a little higher. Okay? No, you were closer actually. It spun right at the end.
Yeah.
Okay? And la me ra, here, la me ra, nebulous vowels, clear vowels. Good, keep going. This aria, it's not necessarily the most poetic aria, but you repeat yourself a few times. When you repeat, put small tenuti over the top of words to really stress what you're saying, so you're really taking a little knife and stabbing it at Turandot every time. Screw you and screw you and screw you, and you're going to see what I'm going to do in 1 minute to myself. Okay? Put pulses inside the notes, little pulses of energy inside the notes when you have to repeat yourself. Don't make it sound the same. Why does she say pernon? Stop. Very important. I wrote this down last time. Pernon. 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 I'm thinking. Dot, 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 which is there. Pernon. Pernon. Verilopiu. Every time you have ellipsis or things inside a parenthesis, there has to be a clear, definitive change to the next. In these arias, these Vedistic arias, you have to color every word differently. Otherwise, it becomes just pastiche of one color, boring. And then it's just, who cares? It's only a B flat. It's not your range. You can go higher, right? So you have to find really intricate colors that change constantly. E vinca ancora. I saw your glazed face setting up for an A flat. Yeah, I know. You know exactly what you did. No, you need to be emotionally connected all the time, and don't back out of your sound. You think you're saving? You're not saving anything. You're harming yourself. Okay, stay in your sound. Io chiudo stanno. I know it says piano, but don't be piano off. Be piano in your sound, because you have a high note to sing now. You need, every note that you're singing in preparation of that note has to already be in that B flat spot. Io chiudo stanca gli occhi. In your sound. Now, more sob. Sob on the first note. Can you try that for me? Yeah. I might be wrong with you. I don't know yet. Let me hear it. Yeah, better. No, it's not bad. But I don't want you to do what I call sausaging, which is sound, off, sound, off, sound, which is what you did on those three notes going up. Can you give me G? Sound, sound, sound. Don't back off. Okay. The risk is if you back off, it's like launching a triple axel on the ice, and then you decide to slow down in the air. No. Once you launch, and the launch is from the G, you go. Don't stop. Very good. I want it to be better. It's good. It's very good. It's a nice sound. Per non vederlo. It's the only time Puccini writes for Liu and for anything in Turandot 3 fermate. That's random. He never does that for any tenor in any score. He only does it once for Butterfly, and he does it once for her. So that means something really important, which means to me, you shouldn't over-sustain the B flat. You should give a long B flat, and then a long A flat, and then a long G flat, and then a gigantic breath, and a huge final F. Huge. And then you stab yourself and you die. Io ch'io. So, well, we have 10 minutes left, so I might as well just ask if anyone has any questions about singing and career. Come on, don't be scared and shy. Come on, I'm here. I got 10 more minutes. Anyone? Beth, come on, you got to get them to say something.
Well, I wanted to talk about the difference between training a soprano and a tenor.
Oh, yeah. It's a good question.
I live with the 3 tenors. I'm married to one, and I have 2 tenors. My sons are both tenors. And there's a real difference, I feel, in the way the voice lines up. And I just feel like what you said, interestingly enough, one of the tenors has only studied with a tenor before coming here, and he was the one with more of the tongue.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't always go that way. It depends
Well,
on the information you hear, right?
it's totally right.
The feeling of that squeal that we need.
First of all, for the record, one of my most important teachers in my life, who's still a teacher of mine, her name is Julia Faulkner. Does anyone know Julia? Julia has been with me since I was 20, and I still speak to her today, like I was texting with her the other day. So I don't believe that a singer should just have one person in their life that's their vocal mentor and their vocal teacher. I think every one of us is unique and sovereign. We all have a different pathway, we all have a different technique, we all have a different way of singing, and a one-size-fits-all method never works. It just doesn't. And even if there's a great method from a teacher, which is wonderful, there's always something else to be gleaned from other interesting people. And to your point, I think young men need to hear young men singing. It doesn't negate the quality of teaching of women or baritones, but to understand the abnormality of the tenor instrument harmonically is crucial to success. Think about this. Franco Corelli had a dozen years with Laudi Volpi singing in his face. And Corelli sang to Neil Shikoff for 10 years. And now Neil Shikoff sings in my ear all the time. So like there's that crazy line of tenors being able to demonstrate for each other because it is so abnormal, the instrument. It is just different, right? Now the female voice is hard for me to always explain. I'm very open about it because I'm not a natural mixer. I don't mix my instrument normally. Now I've learned by listening to wonderful colleagues, watching classes, that there has to be a natural kind of mix as you go down your registers and approach the bottom of your voice. But the one thing I'll always say about singing is that it always has to be si canta come si parla. You have to sing as you speak. The sound is here. The Italians always say la voce è qui. It's not here, it's not here, it's not here. It's here. Because at the end of the day, the voice ends up out of us. It's beyond ourselves. And I think that's a universalism. It's not specific to a tenor. I think it's for all voices. The voice has to end up way out past our instrument, way out for the benefit of others. So yeah, I think it's a great question, and I appreciate Beth opening the floor for that. Does anyone have any other questions about what we talked about with singing today? Singers? Yes.
I was wondering if you could elaborate on why you think you should start with a short and sweet aria versus something long. Because I'm in the process of, young artist program auditions, and everybody says something different. So I just wanted to know.
You're totally right, and it's a really fair question. And I can tell you, when I was a young artist, I had a million people telling me a million different things too. So I get it. But I'll say that from experience, and I must have done, between the age of 18 and 25, I must have done 150 auditions, and many of which gave me nothing, right? I'd say 85% of them did nothing for me. I got no result except I paid lots of money for fees and things like that. So what connected though, and I learned it, is when I was able to get out on stage and sing something that got my nerves away, because we all have them, and we can say we don't. We can say, we're so confident and we're confident singers. But when the chips are on the table and we have to stand in front of important people that we know are judging us, the first thing to do is do something that we know will always deliver, even if we're super sick and have a rough throat and we have bad reflux and we slept poorly. The first thing is make a first impression that's immediate, which is why it should be short. It doesn't necessarily need to be sweet, but it should be short. It's key, which is why I think something short that shows your greatest asset as a singer right away. Get it out of the gate. And then have a list of things you know you'll always nail and get rid of things that your people say that you need to have. That's why I'm a little over-curious about this weird list that people always have to have every language and everything. I never did, so I'll say that. I'm going to just buck the trend on that. When I did auditions, competitions, I didn't follow the rules. I didn't follow the rules. I did what was exactly right for my instrument and for my potential of success. And if it meant someone rejected me because I didn't follow the rules, then it wasn't the place for me. That's the way you have to think about it. Don't follow the rules all the time if it comes at the behest of your instrument. Do what exactly is going to have you win. Exactly have you get the opportunity that you deserve. And yeah, you might piss some people off. So what? You're an adult. You can own your stuff like I did. And I paid the price sometimes too. But that was the trade-off. And I think it's a fair trade-off. Yes?
German.
What about it?
What are your feelings about German? I see you haven't approached it that much so far in your career. Is it something that...
Well...
You mentioned earlier that you don't necessarily sing in every language.
Well, because it never, as I was telling the lady in the back, I feel that One, especially at this critical age, we're talking to people aged 18 to 27 here, right? These folks are looking to get career opportunities, win money in competitions, win scholarships, which are all three different things, by the way. Competition, judge, adaptation is different than audition, judge, adaptation. Scholarships might be something completely different. And even in the sector of competitions, you have competitions from people that are big advocates and lovers of opera and want to hear all the Italian hits. And then you have competitions where people want you to be by the book and sing everything that you're supposed to sing because you're 25, right? So the job is not just to sing what someone tells you to sing. The job is to be adaptive to the environment that the singer goes in every single time. So in my case, I didn't sing German because I knew I would never get an award out of it. No one was ever going to say, oh, Michael's really great at German. I wasn't. I knew that that was something that I could kick away because I knew no one was ever going to ever engage me for it. So that's why I look at it a little oddly that there are these hard and fast rules. I actually don't agree with it at all. I think it's incredibly limiting for young artists that are trying to make their mark. I think it's unfair, frankly, when young people have probably been following a pathway that is right for their instrument, and to suddenly take them out of the pathway and say, oh, you have to sing this weird modern piece between 1970 and today. Well, some voices are not meant for modern music. Some voices are not meant for German music or Czech. Some voices are not meant for Baroque or early classical music. Mine wasn't. So I find it really unfair, and I would be willing to challenge that as an artist, and I did. So, anyone else? I hope that wasn't too strong for you guys, but but I really sincerely mean this. I think you all need to hear it. And there was a really lot of great talent today that sang, which really impressed me. And that to me means that you guys really have to be sovereign and own your stuff. Own it. When you get in that room, it's yours. It's not anyone else's, it's yours. And if your pathway is your path and it's not the path that exactly the jury wants, too bad. Anyone else? I saw a hand up in the back, and there's a hand over here. Hand in the back, then the hand over there. Yeah, in the back.
Can you talk about your vocal health? What do you do to keep your voice healthy presently and then thinking a decade from now? Like, what kind of exercises do you do? What do you do to prevent bad habits forming?
It's an amazing question. First of all, I'm very fortunate that I have a career that basically takes me all year long. So I'm singing effectively throughout the whole year. I have roughly 8 different operatic engagements throughout the year, which means anywhere between 4 and 8 performances each, and then concerts and recitals. So I'm always vocalizing, but vocalizing doesn't mean I'm singing out throughout the day. The best advice I ever got, it was when my first teacher, George Shirley, told me, the great singers only vocalize in 20-minute bursts. 20 minutes, stop. Take time. 20 minutes, stop. 20 minutes, stop. And I have to tell you, I sing in bursts. I never do exhaustive amounts of singing because we're no different than bodybuilders. We have 2 little muscles in here. A bodybuilder will go to the gym and lift for 45 minutes. They're not lifting for 3 hours. They're lifting for 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. These are precious. So we build them, but when we're building them, we build them methodically, judiciously, slowly, in that tight amount of time with no distractions, no phone, no TikTok, no nonsense. Seriously. I know it. I'm a millennial. I'm not a Gen Z. And so I see the difference. And I can see it in our younger people that our focus has shifted. And I want to really encourage people that are younger than me to get in the library. Don't use your phones. Get in the library, take the scores off the shelves. Go alone into the practice room and put your phone on airplane mode and really do the work. And don't count on other things to help you. Really focus on it. So, 20-20-20. 1 gallon of water a day minimum, for sure. Every day is a gallon minimum of water for me. I eat white foods. I don't eat spicy foods. I don't eat over salted foods. That's a preference. You don't have to do that, but for me, that mitigates my chance of reflux rushing my chords. I sleep 9 hours plus every night. No. Listen, when I was younger, I thought I was a magician and I could sleep 6 and 7 hours and 5.5. And it really bit me when I turned 30. Really, it really cost me. And I realized, oh my God, I cannot sing high notes now. Why can't I sing high notes? I'm tired. I can't get my musculature, which are these 2 little vocal folds, to adduct because I literally was tired. And so I turned the phone off. It's off. I don't touch it. I go, once I put the phone in airplane mode, it is over. I don't even think about it anymore. And when I changed that pattern, I gained years, and I think I made my voice younger, weirdly. So sleep, water, 20-minute bursts of singing, cardiovascular exercise 4 times a week. It's critical. It's critical. It's critical because what we do is cardiovascular on stage. Just the pressure of us going on stage with 78 instruments in the pit and 4,000 people in the audience is going to raise your heart rate to a level that you need to be prepared for. And if you're not prepared for that, that is going to get you in trouble when you start singing. So get on that step mill or get on the treadmill and get your heart rate up. It doesn't have to be exhaustive. I'm not asking anyone to have gym perfect bodies. That is not what I'm suggesting. I certainly don't. But I am saying that it's okay to go to the gym. It's okay to get your heart rate above 150 and go for it. And for the years in the future, look, I have never done a single drug in my life. I don't drink. I don't smoke. The last time I went to any bar or club was when I was in my mid-20s. I know, it sounds crazy. It sounds like I'm so boring and zero. But I promise you, if you want this job, you have to be committed to it at the highest order. And that means protecting this at all costs. Anyone else? The gentleman over here.
Really 2 quick points or comments. I have a friend, like your tenor friend, the name of Luigi Boccia.
I know Luigi well, yes.
He always talked about chewing the words, the enunciation,
Yeah,
the pronunciation.
I agree.
How important is that, and did you see that enough in the singers who sort of...
Some yes, some no. Yes, I mean, for me, when I sing, it's really important. Yeah, mangia le parole, eating the words. I believe in that deeply.
Yeah, that was his comment. The other comment I have is how important is it for singers to have a distinctive voice? Many tenors to me sound alike, many sopranos too, but I've never confused UC Berlin, for example, with anyone.
Neither have I. Sure.
But is that what I'm interested in? The first singer you said had kind of an old voice.
An old historic or old sound.
Yes, and I'm going to sing a picture bar. Something like that stuck in my mind too when I heard her. But is it important to you that they develop a distinctive voice?
Yes, that's what's going to make someone acclaimed. No one is going to be acclaimed if they have a common sound. I don't know a singer that's at the acclaimed level, even if you don't like the instrument. I don't know if there is a singer at the acclaimed or star level that does not have a distinctive sound, a color that you can innately remember, even if you hate it. There are certain voices that I hate, but they're distinctive, and so I remember them, and they're also stars, right? There are voices that we might disagree on that are historic, and one might say I love it, and one might say I hate it, but we still remember them. So I'd rather be a memorable point of discussion where some might like and some might not like than common. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Anyone else? Come on. Yes, in the back.
What was your aria that you would start with that you loved?
Questa o quella. Yes. 1.5 minutes long. Easy to sing. High B flat at the end. Really simple. But you know what? People heard that I had flexibility, language skill, because it requires a lot of clear words and a sustained high note. Those are three things in a very dense amount of time to show off in. If you could do all three in a minute and a half, why is it any different than an 8-minute long aria that requires the same three things, right? You're actually saving the judges a lot of time. Seriously, you are. You're saving them time. They're like, oh, thank you for that. Oh, you're good or you're bad, right? They'll know after the first minute and a half, is this person any good? So find things. With sopranos, it's hard to say because nothing is less than 3.5 minutes long that I know of. Musetta, yeah, but yes, yeah. I guess so, Musetta's okay. Anyone else? Kilba Sonia is a great idea. That's it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a tenor, I apologize. Tenor brain. All right, anyone else? Come on, you got it, yes.
Yes, in working with the tenors, you made reference to the column. Could you be specific what you meant by that?
Sure. First of all, some of the great other tenors spoke about this, which is, for me, a column is this, our neck, our passage that goes from the top of our head to the base of our shoulders. And what I hear often, for me, the column is both figurative and literal. It's figurative in that when I hear someone do something that is not in the spirit of the column, singing wide, opening vowels in the middle of their voice, for me, I know that at this part of the instrument, there's no way that it can travel upwards. You cannot bring a wide sound all the way up to the top, unless you're Atlantov, or someone like that's a magician and that was able to do it forever. Di Stefano couldn't. He only was able to do it for about 8 years, and then that failed him. So my view is that singing vowels that never become too wide, always have point on them, are in the spirit of the column. But then the literal sense is, we really shouldn't sing wider than our noses, the edges of our noses. Our mouth should never open farther than that. First of all, it's abnormal. Second of all, what does that do? If you open your mouth too much, you create excess space and you lower your palate. So just functional things happen that decrease the ability of the sound to go naturally up. So that's why I always speak about a column, especially with men. Anyone else? Yes?
I'm an Italian professor here. Your Italian's fantastic.
Oh, grazie.
Interested in what you were saying about when you were asking what's your native language.
Yeah.
And some of the things that you notice about
Yeah.
people that are trying to sing in a different language. What are some of the things that you have used, tools that you use or that you recommend for someone singing, let's say in Italian, who has no background knowledge of that language? You seem to have had some background knowledge of the language.
Oh, I mean, I've lived in Italy and I speak fluent Italian and Spanish. So.
If you can't live in Italy, let's say.
No, but
yeah.
Yeah. First of all, the first thing, you're a teacher. You would recommend the same thing, I'm sure, which is join Italian-speaking groups. I did that when I was in college before I spoke fluently. So I made a point of going to an Italian-speaking group every single week, twice a week. That was my burden. That was my job. I did that as well with French. So I wasn't perfect. I made tons of mistakes. I still make mistakes in my grammar in every language that I speak that is not English. But I don't care because I'm fluent and I'm fluid, and that's all right. With non-native Italian speakers, when I notice, I can always tell when I'm listening to someone that has Arabic as their first language, because they have different aspirate consonants. And I always can tell when there's an Asian person singing, because their vowels are more mixed, which usually lends them better to French language, sung French language, than sung Italian. So if I were working with Asian singers, for instance, I would first go into French with them and then try to port French into Italian to try to draw the link into it. I know it sounds a little convoluted, but because I've had the privilege of working with so many different people from so many different backgrounds, and I've been able to hear all the differences and the complexities in their languages. Russian speakers, for instance, they have back vowels, back ah. They use palatized L's and T's, so it sets their sound farther back. So those kind of singers need to learn how to trick their instruments right at the front of their teeth. So for me, it's doing as much speaking as possible. without worrying about being good. It doesn't matter, right? Anyone else? Come on. Oh, good, another one.
Hi, Michael. You spoke a lot to the core of the sound, which is fantastic. How do you recommend, what is your way of finding the focus in the sound that you're producing and finding the palette and being in that coordination?
Those are two questions, so I'll answer the second first, then the first second. The palate, when you smell a rose, instantly your palate is going to go up. I always say when you smell something, I'm smelling a rose or a beautiful flower, I know that my palate is naturally already up. So I've already created a little bit of that, I call Turkish turret in my palate. It's a little more pointed upwards. The key, though, is not just doing that, it's keeping it there, which why I said to two people today, one earlier and one just now, that I like that they sobbed or did what's called a pre-yawn before they have the sound, because as soon as that happens, the larynx relaxes and there is a functional tilt. You can see it on a scope. And I've done that before with Dr. Cho, where I've had the camera in my mouth and I've just looked at what I'm doing. And I could see it. If I yawn, if I'm about to yawn, the two things that happen is the larynx relaxes and tilts slightly and the palate does raise. The soft part of the palate goes up. So I do that because I want to create inner space in order for the sound to project outwards. And so when I talk about sound, to your first question, again, it's both literal and figurative. It's a very long conversation, so I'll try my best to make it short. I always go back to what is fundamental to our speaking. When you're a parent screaming at your child on the beach because they're about to go in the ocean and get swept away by the waves, you will call at them. There's a basic cry and call in the sound. That is where squealo is born. It's no different than when a baby is crying for its mother. It's an infant baby, ah, ah, ah. That's essential into the squealo of the sound. And if we lose that, we don't have squealo. And I know that can run counter to some ideas on technique, because some people don't build sound out of that. But in my view, it's the long haul. And if you always go to the cry in the center of the voice, you'll always have resonant sound, focused silver sound. Hope I answered it. Anyone else? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Viva il vino spumeggiante.